literally say more.
Oh, okay. Are you joking? It's a rogue noodle. Well, we'll see. I'm sure there's a lot more. I cannot get this angle right, like ever. I don't know how well this plan was thought through. You just throw crap in a pan and cross your fingers. Tonight for dinner, we're having the Zuppa Toscana copycat from the Olive Garden soup. So I have some sausage in here and some onion, browning this up real quick. I think my sausage is not spicy enough because it's supposed to be fairly spicy. So I'm gonna add some crushed pepper flakes to this. And I'm gonna be using some of the ingredients I picked up at that discount store. The pre-peeled, vacuum sealed potatoes are going in this, and this huge thing of kale. I will leave the recipe for this down below for you. Soup's about done, so we're gonna add the last ingredient. Whipping cream. Ooh, I've got my discount kale, my discount potatoes. Pretty sure everything else I bought was on sale at some point. Just pulled it out of my freezer. I only used half the bag of potatoes for this, so I'm using the other half to go with my ribs for tomorrow. I'm just making mashed potatoes in my Instant Pot. Prepping tomorrow's dinner. This is the huge pork ribs that I got on clearance a few weeks ago. I coated half of it with this, I know it says chicken rub, but it's fine. It's just a dry rub. And the other half with a homemade dry rub blend that was like a Christmas gift from someone at Dave's work. I'm gonna cover this with foil and stick it in the fridge until tomorrow. It's really good to let the dry rub sit for like a day. And even though it's winter time, we don't have to grill it, we don't have to smoke it. It works in the oven, it's so easy, you won't even believe it. We'll stick this in the fridge and we will see you tomorrow. It is 2 p.m. and time to start dinner. I have my ribs that have been sitting in my dry rub for about 24 hours or so. Preheated my oven to about 275 degrees, and I'm gonna stick this in here for 2.5 hours, and then we're gonna check on it. Takes a long time, low and slow. Okay, my ribs have been in the oven for like 3 hours, and you can just kind of slide the knife in so I know they're cooked all the way through. So, oh, that's a bone. Never mind. Over here I can. Nope, that's a bone. There we go. So now all we're gonna do is add on your favorite barbecue sauce. I have this one on clearance. It was just in the fridge. And set your broiler onto low or something like that. And we're just gonna put some barbecue on here, stick it on the broiler for 10 minutes, and we are good to go. You see that sizzle? That's deliciousness right there. Here's the completed dinner, my mashed potatoes with my vacuum sealed potatoes. Our ribs, I'm gonna slice them up right nice with this knife. I found some ranch remnants, tomato remnants, a little bit of spinach salad remnants, and the baked beans that I found on clearance. I just heated up on the stovetop. Those will be delicious. I was gonna do the Brussels sprouts also, but I ran out of time because I forgot we had 2 sets of basketball practices and 1 set of volleyball practice today, and so I was a little crunched on time. I thought I did pretty good in the slim amount of time I had. Yum, 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 bon appetit. I have 2 more pounds of ground beef, and I had a little baggie of chopped serranos in my freezer and the red onions I picked up at that discount store. We're gonna cook all this together and make 2 meals out of it. So this is a little frozen, that's a little frozen, but that's all right. It'll all cook down. I cooked up 2 cups of dry rice and 3 cups of water in my Instant Pot and mixed it with the ground beef mixture. I decided to just do the stuffed peppers instead of the 2 meals like I was planning on, and we're gonna freeze them. So I have all the stuffed peppers from the last grocery haul, chopped them in half, stuck them in the oven for about 15 minutes at 375 to cook them, and I'm gonna mix in some BBQ and some ketchup into this mixture. This is the way my mom made stuffed peppers growing up. Fill these and then freeze them. And once they're frozen, you can just pop them into a bag or a Tupperware, pop them in the microwave 2-3 minutes, and you're good to go. How about that for a freezer meal?
That's awesome.
You like that?
I'm disappointed I can't eat it tonight.
I'll cook one for you.
Hey.
Okay. Here's my completed product. I used up all of my rice mixture with the ketchup and barbecue sauce. You can add cheese on top if you want. I don't know that my mom ever really did that. It's something I added when I started making the chorizo version, which I was going to make and then realized I'm out of chorizo in the freezer, so I just went with regular ground beef. It works, it's all delicious. So I'm gonna stick this in the freezer just like this, and then once they're solid, we can just pop them in a Ziploc bag, and they will be good for work lunches, stay-at-home mom lunches, kid lunches, breakfasts if you're into that. These are delicious. I grew up eating these. My mom used to make a ton and freeze them all the time. I loved it. I'm getting started on my freezer lasagnas tonight before I go to bed. It's 7:10 p.m. I have my huge 9-quart Le Creuset pot and my slightly smaller all-clad pot, big soup pot, in. Now I'm making 4 batches of lasagna, and I make my own sauce. So here's what I have going on. It's a little different every time, kind of like chili. About 2 pounds of ground beef in each. I just dug it out of my freezer. I have the red onion that I grabbed from the discount store, about 4 cloves of garlic, and a healthy teaspoon of crushed red pepper flakes. And I used fresh garlic. Here are the carcasses of the garlic. Found some oregano in the freezer. I'm gonna throw that in. I have several cans of crushed and petite diced tomatoes, and also in the freezer, I found a little Tupperware of tomato sauce. So I was kind of microwaving it to thaw it a little bit so I can dump that in as well. The meat is cooked, so I have added 1 28-ounce can of crushed tomatoes to each pot, and half of that little Tupperware of tomato sauce, and about 2 teaspoons of sugar to help cut the acidity of the tomatoes. I also added some dried basil. Oh, there's the frozen tomato sauce right there. So we're just gonna cook this for about 30 minutes, and it looks like it might need more tomatoes, so we're gonna check the consistency of this in a bit. Okay, my sauce has simmered for about an hour, and it's about done. And here's this pot. I'm gonna stick these in a Tupperware, and I'm going to finish off making the lasagna tomorrow. So we're gonna do my epic freezer lasagnas. I have never cooked in this quantity before. It's a little ridiculous. I have all my sauces over here. I got all my noodles over here. Huge 5-pound guy of cottage cheese I mixed with Parmesan cheese, and about 2 tablespoons of oregano, some fresh, some dried, just using up what I had, and assorted bags of mozzarella. We're gonna build these, and because I didn't get to all of the Q&A questions in my 70K Q&A, I thought I would maybe, while I build these, answer some more questions for you. So
That way I can be a little bit of eye candy.
as if I wasn't the eye candy.
You are my eye candy.
Oh.
Love your channel, just curious. What your thoughts are on buying in bulk at a wholesale store? Not sure if you guys have Costco, Sam's Club by you. Do you think you save money at places like that?
Yeah, we have a Sam's Club, and that's all. But they're building a Costco a little bit away from us, so I'll be able to go in like a year. Like, I think you can save money at places like that. Definitely not on everything. There's a lot of stuff there that I don't buy because I don't think it's a deal. I don't buy almost any of their produce because it's overpriced compared to regular grocery stores. But I love paper products, trash, like trash bags, bulk cleaning, like Dawn and Clorox and bleach, and I think those are great. So for sure, you just have to know your prices on stuff.
I'm having a company in 2 weeks. Do you have specific recipes for your butter chicken?
Oh.
I want to fix it then.
No, I've never made a video on it. I can't even remember the recipe to link it for you. I will make a video on it. You know what, if you could just Google Instant Pot butter chicken, you'll have a couple come up and they're good. Serve it with naan and rice, it's delicious.
How do you do it all? Keep up with your YouTube, kids, work, fitness, being a queen.
Being a queen? I think that is maybe, I've reflected myself badly on the channel. Because if I give off that vibe that I can do it all, I have not been honest. So as a spouse, answer that question. Editing, I'm not wrong.
Nobody does it all. Like, let's just be honest.
No.
Nobody does it all.
No.
You are amazing. I think you're amazing. A lot of people here think you're amazing. Do they want us to spell out all your weaknesses?
Please don't spell out all my weaknesses. I have so many flaws, I really don't want to get into it. I'm what you would call an intense person. I'm like loud and in your face, and I'm opinionated, and that rubs some people the wrong way.
What is the best cashback app?
They all have pros and cons. How's that? I like Fetch because you don't have to buy anything specific, so that's fun. I like Ibotta because they're high dollar, and I like Checkout 51 because you can find like some goodies on that one. I'm mad at Ibotta right now because they locked my account again. So, I mean, they unlocked it last time, but it's gonna be like a week before they unlock my account, so that's annoying.
Family of 8 and struggling to get my food budget under $600 a month. Can we please see a video of how you meal plan for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for the week?
Under 600 for 8?
Yeah.
That's tight. Okay, here you go. I don't meal plan breakfast or lunches at the moment. Breakfast, I just have stuff in the house. It's always on I always buy eggs. I always buy milk. We always have oatmeal. If I see bagels on clearance, we'll get that. I have a nice baking, like stuff, so I can make pancakes or waffles like all the time. So that's breakfast. Lunches, Dave and I are leftovers all the time. And I always have stuff for sandwiches and fruits for a snack for the kids. Lunches can be a killer if you do a lot of like individual sized chips, specialty items, or the drink boxes or whatever it is. Like my kids drink water all the time. And then as far as dinner goes, here's the real issue that a lot of people don't want to talk about is if you're gonna cut your grocery budget by a lot for dinners, you have to change the way you eat. You will not be eating steak and shrimp and brie cheese platters on a budget. You won't. You're gonna eat more spaghetti. You're gonna eat more rice and beans. You're gonna eat a whole lot more chicken. You know, go in that direction instead of, oh, this is what I wanna make. I have to buy this salmon, and then your budget's blown.
Did you hear about the cheese factory that exploded?
There was nothing left but debris.
Do you ever worry that you're missing out on a really good deal when you shop like 2 weeks in advance?
Yeah, so sometimes when I have a lot of food in the house, like right now I feel like, and the freezers are full and stuff, I don't even open the sales ads online for the store, because I know if I see a deal and I'm gonna miss it, I get really sad. And so seriously, I don't even go and I don't even look, because ignorance is bliss, you guys.
I have a 2-year-old and a 1-year-old. Is
No.
there any advice on being frugal with babies at that age?
They need diapers and wipes and formula if you're not breastfeeding. And that can get pricey. I mean, you can go off-brand. They're just holding crap. You can get the off-brand formula. The FDA requires that they all have the same thing as the name brand. I saw a ton of Similac formula in the clearance section at my Smith's the other day. I used to buy it on clearance all the time.
Do you have any vegan cookie recipes?
Oreos, go buy a package of Oreos.
How do you do budget clothing, shoes, wardrobe, and maintenance? Do you sew? What do you do for a big family?
Okay. Yes, I can sew. I don't sew very often. I think making your own clothes is not as budget friendly as it used to be. When your kids are little, it's really easy to get the awesome sales at Target and Old Navy. My kids were decked out in Children's Place Outlet, Target clearance, and Old Navy clearance sales. These days it's a lot harder, I will say that. The good news is Dave and I don't grow very much anymore unless it's this way. Unless it's this way. As an adult or people that don't grow very much anymore, buy high quality pieces that last a really, really long time. I am okay with spending a little bit more on a pair of shoes or a winter coat if we're gonna be able to wear them for 10 years. Facebook Marketplace is a good idea. What used to be garage sales is now the Marketplace. I just wanna point out that I don't cook my noodles at all when I do this.
Can I point out that you used to make your noodles homemade?
Yeah, I did used to make homemade noodles because it was cheaper to make them than buy them.
But they were so good.
Yeah, they like soak up the sauce.
They were way better than these noodles.
They were really good, but it's also a labor of love, and I've been editing videos today, so you can only do so much.
How do I stay motivated when friends and family won't support us to be frugal? Refuse to eat at our house anymore because the food's not good enough.
I feel some kind of way about that.
I know.
I'm getting heated. Let's treat this as if it were my kid coming and telling me this story. If Haley came and told me this story, she's young and married and trying to do good things financially, and she goes, hey, my friends are not supportive. They won't eat at our house because they think the food isn't good enough anymore. Okay, so if Haley came to me and told me that, the first thing I would say to her is, they do not sound like very good friends to me. I am so sad that you would have people in your life that would be so snobby to be like, your food's not good enough for me. The audacity! Like, I don't even have words. Maybe I'm naive. Are there really people out there like that are that rude? Like, really? I just want to say, my heart goes out to you. That's a really hard situation. And it sounds to me like you might need some new friends. And that sucks.
Have you ever gone out of your family's comfort zone with a meal, like food from around the world?
Absolutely. I make whatever I want.
Do you have any tips for an 8-year-old who is super picky eater? We are changing diets and learning to live healthy lives.
Okay, so if they're eating new things for them that they haven't ever had before, it's gonna be hard because it's different. Parents acting like they like it's gonna be a big deal. Like, I have this one friend who, her kids are super picky, and it doesn't help that the husband's like, what is that? I'm not eating that. Right, the husband says that, so the kids see that, and then the kids don't want to do it. I mean, how many times does it take for someone to like a new dish? 8 to 12 new times. Just continue to do it. Make sure they try it. They'll get there.
Do you ever feature your garden? I would love to see that.
Yes, Old videos. I have featured the garden and nobody watched them, so I stopped.
How do you figure out a good grocery budget for a family? What are your thoughts on organic, grass-fed, free range?
Let's just say if you're tight on the budget, you're gonna have to let some luxuries go, and organic, grass-fed, free range are luxury. If you can afford it, yeah, great. I think it's fantastic. I have all that beef for my brother and my old boss, and it was like free range, grass-fed, organic, and man, it is like some of the most delicious beef I've ever had ever. All right, I have 4 lasagnas here. I'm so proud of myself. And so I do not bake these. I'm gonna cover them tight with saran wrap and then with foil on top and leave instructions. 2 are for me, 2 are for my friend. Check me out with like the monster freezer prep. Who am I?
I thought your vlogs were going to be serious, but your vlogs are fun and your kids are allowed to be kids. Do you think you are a surprise to a lot of people?
Yes.
Yes, you were surprised. You're always a surprise. The best thing I can say is I was dating someone else when I met Mom. The first thing out of your mouth was offensive.
Yes, it was.
I just kind of used it to kind of throw it back in her face.
Yeah, you did.
Just see if she would eat her words a little bit.
What did I do? I don't remember what I did.
You handled yourself pretty well.
Must not have mattered. Check out my 4 lasagnas. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at that. We're doing an experiment today and making, let's call it oversized bakery style cookies. Can I get them to taste the same?
All right.
Okay. They haven't sat long enough. They're too soft.
Okay, then don't do it.
They're pretty squishy on the inside. I'm trying to decide if I should change the temperature of the oven. Like lower, cook it longer, right? It's a little on the goopy side. Okay. I mean, I'm sure it tastes fine, but we need to keep testing.
I will be the judge.
It tastes really good. Hello, sorry to interrupt this video. I just wanted to update you on the progress of my mom's house. It is sunny for like the first time in 6 weeks. I haven't seen the sun what feels like in 6 weeks. So Dave and I decided to take a drive out to my mom's house. The roof is on. I think they built out the bonus room above the garage. So we're gonna go check that out right now and then go back home and continue our cookie making experiment, which so far is not going very well. Okay, here are my cookie experiments. This was $3.75 for like 13 minutes. Now they've sat for quite a while, so they're feeling a lot more solidified at the moment. That's a lot better. These I cooked for 20 minutes at 325 and they got really dark. Actually, more dark than I thought. Oh, and they're a touch, okay, they're a little bit more crispy on the outside, but still soft because they're warm. This is my kind of cookie. No. Yes, I think we should eat these right now. Haley, try this one.
Wait, what's the difference?
I just cooked it differently.
Does anyone else do this? Break it apart or just go all in?
I broke it apart last time. A little crunch, but a little soft in the middle. Can
I try in my opinion, I like
yes,
softer.
try a soft. Okay, so try that one. Oh, you like that one better.
Well, I like softer cookies.
Right.
Alright, I broke a piece off. Don't get me wrong, they're both good. Crispy.
Crispy?
When I took this apart, it was kind of.
I love a little crispy on the cookie. What do you think, Tyler? Those are better. Okay.
I didn't try this one yet.
Oh, you didn't? Okay, Ryan, try the crispy one. Tell me what you think.
2, 1. I like the soft one because I like soft. I like softer cookies. That one.
Everybody likes the soft ones. I guess I'll have to eat the crispy pan. See what I did there, Dave?
Ooh.
What do you prefer, soft or crispy?
Yes, please.
So I like this one. Everybody keeps asking what I am going to be doing with all of these apples. And tonight, I'm going to tell you.
Apple crisp.
What have we been doing with the apples?
Well, we've been putting them in oatmeal.
And just straight up eating them.
Straight up eating them as snacks.
We have, this is like the snack bowl. I've never met an apple that didn't taste good in an apple crisp. This particular recipe is my mom's apple crisp recipe. I have no idea where she got it, and I like it because you cook it in the microwave. Say what? And here's the thing, I've tried it in the oven, it doesn't taste as good. The topping doesn't get like cooked correctly. I don't know why. Why, Dave?
I wish I knew, but you're right, it doesn't.
Don't cook this in the oven. It goes in the microwave. And when we do the topping, we like to triple the topping. Well, when I say we, I mean, I like to make Dave triple the topping. If you guys want to check out this amazing pastry blender, I will link it down below. It's the best one I've ever had. Dave surprised me with it for some reason. Why? What are you?
Because we had broken the other one.
Yeah, I broke my old one. And so he found that one on Amazon and it showed up and I was like, it's amazing. Anyway, I will leave the recipe for this down below. Dave is just mixing up the topping, which we will move into a better bowl. This is no good.
I think I got it now.
Wonderful. Here's my big bowl of topping, and here are some apples. I'll probably only have room in this container to do 4 or 5. These are really, really large. This is a 2-quart Pyrex bowl that I will be putting in my apples. So basically all I'm gonna do is peel and slice these, put them in there, and add a little bit of brown sugar and cinnamon, pinch of water, and top with my topping. I only got 4 apples in here and it's pretty full. So, a 1/4 cup of brown sugar, I just eyeballed it, and I don't know, like a teaspoon or, oh no, what? Of cinnamon. And I'm gonna stir this around. I think I'm gonna add maybe 2 tablespoons of water just to kind of wet all of the sugar. And then put the topping on. Ooh. I always make too much topping because it's better to have too much than not enough.
Gandhi once said that.
Okay, I think that's pretty good. So now we're gonna stick it in the microwave for 12 minutes. Trust me, it's gonna be good. Maybe 14, 12 to 14 minutes. Okay.
Okay.
And we'll set that to the side and make another one tomorrow. Here's the final apple crisp. It's sunk quite a bit from the height because of all the moisture in the apples. Well, you can't really see them that good. You'll notice how it got kind of wet. That is the best part. This part, that's the best part. This is amazing with vanilla ice cream or plain. If I eat some for breakfast tomorrow, that's totally okay because you will never convince me that apples and this topping is worse for you than a cinnamon roll or a donut or pancakes and syrup. Never. You will never convince me. This is amazing. Go try it. And here's the rest of the cookies that we didn't eat yet. This video was way too long and I am sorry, but I'm gonna wrap it up right here. If you guys enjoyed, I hope you would consider subscribing, hitting the thumbs up button so it turns blue. It really, really wants to. And if there are any special recipes you want me to try out in a future cooking video, let me know down below in the comments. Thank you so much. I will see you in the next one.